Located on 225 acres in Garden City, Long Island, Nassau Community College, a member of the State University of New York system, has close to 20,000 students attend the school each year. The college mascot is Leo the Lion, and these are his stories of the school's absolute best and brightest who have graduated over the past 50 plus years. Let's catch up together as the Alumni Association of Nassau Community College proudly presents Lion Tales, a Nassau Community College Foundation production on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Welcome to Lion Tales, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation. My name is Aurora Workman. I am the president of the Nassau Community College Alumni Association. I am here with my friend and co-host, Dr. Lynnda Nadien, a proud graduate of Nassau Community College, and together we'll share stories that will inspire, uplift, and often amuse you.
Each week, Aurora and I will introduce you to alumni of Nassau Community College interested in sharing their experience here at Nassau Community College, along with the secrets to their success. If you, our listening audience, has any positive news you would like to share about Nassau Community College alumni, engagements, births, graduations, weddings, and/or accolades, email us at alumni@ncc.edu and we will shout you out.
Well, today's guest is Maria P. Conzatti. She serves as Vice President for Academic Student Services at Nassau Community College since 2010. Previously, she served as the Associate Vice President for the Academic Student Services beginning in 2006, and she also served a 3-year term as Acting Executive Vice President and Acting Chief Academic Officer of Nassau Community College. Welcome to Lion Tales, Maria Conzatti, class of 1986.
Thank you so much, Aurora and Lynnda. I am thrilled to be here. Thank you so much. I'm a proud alum as well. Glad to see you both today, and looking forward to the interview and answering any questions that you have.
Hey, well, we got questions. We want to first
bet you
know.
do.
Yeah. Well, we know the professional side, or we've heard of you, and our audience has heard of you. But tell us about the life of Maria as a student at Nassau Community College.
The good
Take us
days.
back. Yes.
Good old days. Maria, as the student, I'm first gen. My father is an immigrant from Italy. He did not complete 5th grade. My mother did not complete high school. So certainly a first-generation student. I certainly relate to our students today. So was Nassau my first choice? No, it wasn't. I had a partial scholarship to Penn State University and realized pretty quickly that student debt was going to be on me. My parents at the time certainly could not afford to send me to college. And as a matter of fact, my father, of course, being an immigrant, kind of said, well, you're a girl. Girls don't go to college. They kind of just get married and have babies. Well, that wasn't really my plan. So a friend was coming to Nassau and said, well, why don't you apply? It's a great school. And that's where it all began. So I applied and graduated 2 years later, and I'm a proud alum.
Great. That is wonderful. So now, here, what student activities or clubs did you belong to?
Well, I had gotten a letter, which was interesting because it kind of reflects on what I do today. I had gotten a letter in August before school started in September offering me a student aid job. And I thought, well, what exactly is a student aid? But, of course, my mom said, well, listen, now you have your shot at college. We can't really help you pay for it. Maybe working wouldn't be such a bad idea.
That keyword job.
There you go. Job starts early, working. And again, like so many of our current students. So I went on the interview, and at the time it was for the Office of Institutional Research here on campus. And I started as a student aide. So my contact really wasn't so much in clubs and organizations. I was a student orientation leader. But then in between classes, I was really working because I had to pay my own tuition. So I knew I needed money.
Many students like that who have to work, and I always sit there and want them to go and get a little bit of the campus activity life. They're like, look, I have to work.
They have to go.
I work on campus. And even it's great that we do have opportunities for students to work on campus because they, instead of having to go off campus and their job,
that they
can study continues, and if there's like a lack time, they can read their notes or do their homework. So it's a wonderful opportunity here at Nassau.
I agree.
So you received your Associate of Science in Information Processing. was it your plan to have a career as a college administrator? Because starting in the information processing area doesn't scream college administrator.
And you're right, Aurora. Absolutely. No, that wasn't the plan. I mean, in the mid 80s, the plan was really Wall Street. That's where it was booming.
Yeah.
That's where people were going.
Right.
And again, this concept that of you're a girl, I was like, yeah, sorry, Dad. You know, not really kind of into that. I'm going to kind of do what I wanted to do. So information processing at the time was, you know, in the early stages of it. The 80s was the time for computers and all that revolution. And I decided that's what I was going to do. But I really wanted to be on Wall Street. That was the goal. It was never the plan to be in education.
One of the classes I had here was that key punch class where they teach you to do key punching, and they have those reel-to-reels, and you're putting those on, and that was like early IBM-ish.
Yep.
But I didn't realize, I mean, at the time, what that would look like now. Now it's your little phone. Now it's your iPhone.
I don't think any of us realized it at the time.
Yeah,
but
it was
again,
so
I came here.
prehistoric.
It was a growing industry. I knew I was gonna, have debt either way because I knew the associates wasn't just, the end of it. I had always planned to go for at least a bachelor's, so I wanted to go into a field where I could get a job. Back to that good old working.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's amazing how everyone finds their route in their path to Nassau, and it's never on that straight line.
Nope. Never know where life's going to take you.
Never where. And from the beginning, when you take courses, like I took liberal arts courses, I actually I knew I was going to be a teacher, but I wanted to take liberal arts courses. My mother thought I needed to expound, and I did.
She was right.
I did. I mean, if I didn't run into Professor Ken Jenkins, who departed in 2018, he changed the trajectory of my whole life. My whole life. I was heading to California. I was that girl.
Glad you didn't go. Glad you didn't go.
Because once you go west, you never come back.
Yeah, and I was heading there. I got into Stanford. I got into Princeton. I got into Howard, and I wanted to do everything but stay here in Uniondale and stay here, around in Long Island. And at that time in the 80s, I'm like, no, I want to get out of here. There's just so much going on. I wanted to get out of here. But then when my dad was killed, I was like, okay, I have to stay and just hang out and take care of my brothers and, my mother and stuff like that. So she actually gave a bet. She said, if I pay for one semester at Nassau, she goes, just one semester, and then because somebody offered me a job, so that's money, not college.
I hear you. I hear you.
And she said, I'll pay for one semester, just give me one semester, and I was like, okay. And so when my last year of high school, I started attending Nassau, and that was really great to be able to have met those professors. And we were just talking earlier, some of those professors were still here.
Yeah.
Yep. That was a big surprise. They were still here when you came to work here. Absolutely.
That's crazy. I was like, oh my God, they're here. But you are listening to Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm Aurora Workman along with Dr. Lynnda Nadien, and our guest today is Maria Conzatti, who serves as the Vice President for Academic Student Services at Nassau Community College. Previously, she served as the Associate Vice President for the Academic Student Services, and now, and she also served a 3-year term as Acting Executive Vice President, Acting Chief Academic Officer, and of course, she's a proud graduate of Nassau Community College. So you have so many things on your plate, and we're going to just speed up to 2019. The program, Equal Opportunity Program, EOP. What are the goals of that program?
The goals really for that program, like so many of the programs we offer here at Nassau, is to give students an opportunity. It's about opportunity and access. It took us a long time to add EOP to the college. We've done it. It certainly has been amazingly successful. We had a first group of students come in, 34 students. They were our first class, and they have all returned the next semester. It offers students, before they even start classes, services, before the semester even starts, getting them ready for classes. It offers them counseling. It offers them tutoring. It offers them additional financial support. We're really looking to treat the entire student here at Nassau, and we are thrilled to add it to the Division of Student Services along with all the other programs we offer.
That is great. That actually gives a lot of access to students. So how do
they contact you?
How do they find out about it?
For that?
Well, EOP, you can certainly contact us at eop@ncc.edu or call the office. Our director, William Clyde, who's wonderful. His phone number is 516-572-0607. Certainly give him a call. He'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. And it's an amazing, amazing program. We do go out to the high schools advertising the program, letting students know, since it's, as you said, Aurora, our most recent add to the college. Not a lot of the high school guidance counselors are aware that we have the program. We do have it. It's been successful, and we're looking forward to adding more and more students to it.
Yeah. And then how do you discover what the first steps of a strategic plan should be when you're working in this program?
Well, I think what you want to initially do is first understand what the program is and then really sit down with a counselor. We just hired 2 counselors. They start on Monday, which is terrific. So now we've got a group of 3 with Mr. Clyde leading the group. Sit down with one of the counselors and start a discussion about what are your life plans. And it's okay if you don't have one.
Right.
Even if your plan is, I want an education. We're here to help, here to have the discussion, here to kind of plan out with you, even if you're not quite sure in the end what the end game is. Just one semester at a time.
Right.
Let's make the plan. And if your plan is education, we're here for you.
And you're looking for any particular personalities, or do you find that there are certain students that may apply for something like this, or are they just not sure what they're going to do? Like, what are they asking you for?
Well, there's certainly, academic qualifications for students, and the program really is open. Students come to us with a number of different issues and backgrounds and concerns. Some of them similar to mine. Some of them what I lived. I just wanted an education. I didn't want to be told that I couldn't do it or couldn't attain an education. Yeah. So we really take individual service with students, really take them one-on-one, happy to sit with families and talk to them. A lot of times now it is a family plan of what a student will do. We have a lot of first generation students, and again, it certainly affects the family down the line. So no particular person, major, or anything. Just if you're looking for an education and an opportunity, we're here to give you the access.
Just tell us about the thrill, because I find it very thrilling. First year students, when you see them at graduation, it's the families that come and hug me, and the families that
Absolutely. It's a family affair.
Gosh, it becomes a family affair. And I know you may actually have a number, but you've helped tens of thousands of students throughout the years that you've been here. And we know that you are student-oriented. Tell us a little bit about that for your goals here at Nassau.
I think any programming that we can do to respond to students and give them access and opportunity. I personally was introduced to an organization about 2 years ago called Girls Inc. It's a non-for-profit, functions on Long Island. Yes. They have about 500 girls that they service. And I was invited to serve on a panel about girls and kind of tell my stories of first-generation female and some of the struggles that I had. And I really connected. I have 2 nieces. They're 11 and 7, and certainly my brother, different generation, certainly sees it differently. But I lived my story, became very close to the executive director, and although really didn't have time because of a number of commitments that I have here at the college to serve on their board, I committed to help them any way we could, because this is the population that this college is so good at servicing. So they now have a leadership group that meets on campus, and I have created a scholarship for Girls Inc.
Oh, wonderful.
Incoming girl for the fall semester. So that comes directly out of my paycheck. That's something I'm committed to funding. And announcements will be coming out sometime in April for that. So I look forward to kind of paying it forward, to give an opportunity to an incoming female, regardless of major, to give access and opportunity.
That's wonderful.
You are listening to Lion Tales. Our guest today is Maria Conzatti, the Vice President for Academic Services at Nassau Community College. Maria leads and manages programs and services that promote student engagement and student success. My name is Lynnda Nadien, along with Aurora Workman, on the Voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Paralyzed veterans Sean Halstead and Noah Courier.
I was Air Force from 93 to 98. I got hurt practicing combat search and rescue, fell off a fast rope, so shattered L1 vertebrae. I don't know where I'd be without paralyzed veterans. I've only seen that now.
Unite through struggle. That's what the Marine Corps and service is all about. You get tight and those bonds just get stronger and stronger the more you struggle together, and the harder the hardship. And I don't know if it gets any harder than being a quadriplegic, so we instantly bond.
Paralyzed Veterans of America is a nonprofit, and it gets no federal funding.
And we provide every service free of charge to every veteran and caregiver that we support.
Paralyzed veteran and PVA Executive Director Sherman Gillums Jr.
Every life, every success, every recovery, it's tied to the initial investment you've had in us.
To learn more, visit pva.org. A public service message from Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Welcome back to Lion Tales, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation, on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm your host, Dr. Lynnda Nadien, along with Aurora Workman, and our guest today is Maria Conzatti. She's the Vice President for Academic Student Services at Nassau Community College. Maria leads and manages programs and services that promote student engagement and student success, and is a proud graduate of Nassau Community College. So can you share with our listening audience about the connection between classroom experiences and student retention?
Well, I think classroom experiences are where a lot of our students spend a lot of their time. I mean, they're taking full course loads. They're in the classroom, 12, 15 hours a week with their faculty. And it's an amazing bond that a lot of these students form with faculty. As Aurora and I were just reminiscing, we ran into our professors even when we were working professionals and still had bonds with them, were in touch with them, had conversations with them, even alumni, which is really important. Those connections are really everlasting. And I don't think we really understand the impact that we have sometime on students until after the fact. We're fortunate enough to see the student successes, to have them come back to us and really share with us the experience. But, it's in classroom and out of classroom. We make a point of making sure that students have every opportunity to do what they want to do in and out of the classroom.
Yeah. And what are one of the programs that you're, most proudest of that really led to student successes?
I have to say, it's like choosing one of your favorite children. I don't know that I have one. I have to be honest, Lynnda. I'm very proud of all of the programs and all the people involved in those programs, from student activities to the newest ed with the EOP program to athletic programs and opportunities we offer. I'm just proud that we have so much opportunity for these students and that these students are responding and are taking advantage of all of it. And I'm thrilled to see that.
And then serving on the board of directors for the college and through, international studies as a member of the strategic planning committee. What does that look like? How would you describe that strategic planning for a committee like that?
Well, that's just another opportunity for our students. Study abroad is one of those opportunities that some students get an opportunity to do and some never get an opportunity to do. It's another access point. And more, there are scholarships available. There are funds available for students. Financial aid is applicable to give a student, even on a short-term basis, the opportunity to send students out of the country, not on vacation, but to earn academic credit. So again, strategic planning for that is all about access and how to get the monies in to allow students just another opportunity to experience the world, because the world is a global place these days. The internet, all of that has changed. Students are aware of that, and they should be able to get out of the country and experience that firsthand.
I think we had one or two
we had two guests that talked about their experience in study abroad, and one of them I remember so vividly because she says, my dad said, don't blow any opportunity. He says, you don't know what to do, but Nassau, he told her to go boating. She went sailing.
There you go.
And then she went and studied at the paralegal. It was the paralegal program that took her overseas, where she saw the courts.
See, you never know.
Yeah, and they raved about that program. I was like, wow,
it's a terrific experience. But again, it certainly costs money, just like a vacation would.
Yeah.
But again, it's about access, getting in the scholarship money, getting the aid in, and giving students opportunity to do that. So that's all in the planning.
Sometimes students probably would think about it but not really do it on their own. So the fact that you're kind of encouraging them to seek that out, it could be a life-changing experience for them.
Absolutely. It absolutely could be. There's absolutely no question. And again, for a lot of students, it's curiosity on heritage, which I think is terrific.
Yeah,
sometimes they pick a country because, they're Irish, they're Italian, they're Spanish, and they're so far removed because it's been so many generations, they look to really understand their culture. And that culture is absolutely important, critical to understand. So it's an opportunity for them in a lot of instances to go back culturally to be able to study.
Yeah, and they absolutely said that coming back. I think we had two, they were describing just being away from home for the first time.
Yeah, sure.
And, trying to assimilate into the culture and then come back and really share it with the students that are on campus in the classes when they come back.
When I said her dad made her go from East Meadow to Garden City here to take school and then to France. Something like,
there you go.
And she said she was the shyest person, and he just sat there when she told her, sort of gave her the brochure, and said her dad just started helping pack her bag.
Union down to Paris.
It's a great, but that's a great dad for
yes,
you. And that's
and he was an alumni too. So shout out to the Berger family.
Yeah, that's right.
It was Natty Berger. Yeah, and he was an alumni. So I know that you were with international studies, and so tell us a little bit about that, because a lot of people and those on campus don't know unless they're in it.
Yeah. So we not only have international students that come from 102 countries all over the world to study here at Nassau, which I don't think a lot of people realize, to pursue an education that happens to be in a lot of people's backyard. But we also send students out of the country. So we have two different types of programs. We have semester-long programs, which are certainly for some students, but not all. We also have short-term programs that are offered by our faculty. So our faculty then spend a week or two teaching in the classroom here on campus, and then the second half of the class is taught abroad. So the professor physically goes abroad with a class. They have classroom space abroad. They have a curriculum abroad. They have books abroad and all of that. So they're actually learning in the setting. And we have a number of courses, from science courses to liberal arts courses that run each year. So we have the Office of International Education that has all the offerings. Darren Petronella is currently the coordinator. He's a faculty member for us in the Student Personnel Services Department, and he's available to sit with students, discuss options and financing and all of that. And again, another piece of the access puzzle.
Yeah. You're listening to Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. My name is Aurora Workman, along with Dr. Lynnda Nadien, and our guest today is Maria Conzatti, who has received recognition as the 2016 Long Island Business News Top 50 Most Influential Women in Business. She's been awarded the Nassau Community College Alumni Association of Outstanding College Administrator Award and the SUNY Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Professional Service. So, as we continue, Maria, what impact do you feel as an alumni that the Alumni Association can provide in the lives of the former NCC graduates and those current?
I think one of the most important things is the network that it can provide. I mean, we have over, and I think the last number I heard, and it increases by the semester, is about 165,000 alumni. Yes. That is incredible. Yes. And we are everywhere. Yeah. And everyone knows that networking, sometimes it's really who you know. And with an alumni population of 165,000, there's got to be somebody who knows somebody
who knows
that can certainly help you out. And I certainly am one of those individuals. Happy to do that. You never know who knows who. There are so many opportunities in the world, and that is something unique to this institution. I don't know of any other institution that certainly at the community college level can say they have over 165,000 alumni.
Right. And what is amazing is they're from store clerks to presidential aides.
Absolutely.
Nassau Community College, has graduated some remarkable human beings. And, to get them to come back, all of you alum, we want you
if
to
you're listening,
come back, check out our page, Alumni at NCC, send us a message, tell us who you are, because we know that as fabulous as our guest is, you are out there doing some wonderful things, and we want to let people know. So what advice would you give to yourself the young Maria. First of all, what was young Maria like?
Young Maria grew up on the streets of the Bronx, right? I'm not a native Long Island girl. No. And the family, my dad was working out here in construction and moved us out here because the neighborhood was changing. And, the young Maria was out hanging out with her friends until midnight at a very young age.
And those were the good old days.
Yeah. So that was an attempt to calm young Maria down and kind of bring her down to earth. So young Maria was a little wild. But looking back, I would say, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. And you don't know where life will take you and what opportunities are in front of you. Just stay the course.
And you have to be open to and willing to kind of learn. I mean,
absolutely.
Like I said, it took a bet to get me here.
Yeah. And thank God. Thank God your mom won that bet.
And that visual driving up Hempstead Turnpike to get here and just the first time that you do it. And you turn in here and you're here.
Yeah. And one of the things that we always want to tell students that are coming here, because you're in your communities, and when you get here, you find that all the communities that you've heard of is here.
Absolutely.
There's 225 acres of campus. We were one of the largest cities between Monday and Thursday, but we're here, and you meet and greet so many different people.
Absolutely.
So we are so happy that we're able to do those things. So one of the last, then we were talking about some of the changes. I mean, we've seen the physical changes of the campus. And what was your favorite hangout spot on campus? Where were you? Where were you find you?
I was in the old College Union building.
Oh, yeah.
And again, there was no CCB back then. It was the old College Union building, and there used to be food in there and kind of hang out and stuff. I was never really, again, back to those wild days of the library girl.
Right. No, I was not at the library.
I was in, the old College Union building. Yeah. Again, the campus has certainly changed since then, but the old College Union building. So when I had time to hang out in between working on campus and studying and doing what I needed to do, it was the old College Union building.
And Roy Rogers?
Roy Rogers? Oh, my God. With the unlimited salad. Absolutely.
The Fixins
Loved
bar.
Roy Rogers. Yeah. You got that right. The old Roy Rogers. One place to eat back then. That was it.
Well, what kind of, we have communities that want to help serve Nassau, but we have a lot of students who go out and do community service. And we're always encouraging that. We're always encouraging community service. Do you remember what type of community service? Because I shouldn't even ask you this because you're in so many. But back then, what did you look at when you looked at community service?
For me, community service was how could I give back? And a lot of it, you don't realize how much your background influences you or what you could do. So for me, if I could tutor somebody or help, by being the orientation leader, almost like that kind of big sister approach. Yeah. If I could take a student that was a first-year student and I was already second year, or they were coming into, because again, information processing was part of the math department here, and it still is. Right. If I could take that student and help somehow, tutoring, pay it forward somehow, that was kind of my thing. I was looking to somehow make a difference.
Yeah. Well, we'd like to thank our guest, Maria Conzatti, Vice President for Academic Student Services at Nassau Community College and a proud graduate of Nassau Community College. Thank you for being on our show.
Thank you, Aurora and Lynnda. Thank you so much for being part of the Nassau family as well.
We want to thank you for being with us. My name is Dr. Lynnda Nadien, along with my fabulous friend Aurora Workman, President of the Nassau Community College Alumni Association. The creative director of Lion Tales is Rudy J. Breedy. This show is a production of the Nassau Community College Alumni Association. Visit ncc.edu/WHPC for more information. Available as a podcast on iTunes, Android Podcasts, and Spreaker. Lion Tales is powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. We'll talk to you next week.